Hello there, SDW Africa. Today I'm reporting from the woods. I actually had to get out of my house because my mother is in the house right now. Like I mentioned in my last video, it's been a hectic a few weeks, a few days I should say, running 2 weeks now. Um, I had some personal turbulence, which is still ongoing, but I should spare you all that details. And I just wanted to quickly get out um, the Jehovah's Witnesses feeding off the struggles of Martin Luther King and other civil rights activists who actually made the world a better place to live in. Um, you would notice, or you would have noticed, that Jehovah's Witnesses do not participate in protests in any form, violent or peaceful. They don't want to be a part of that. But it's interesting that the proceeds, the dividends from this protest, the Jehovah's Witnesses would jump on it. They'll say that God's kingdom will be the permanent solution to our problems. For that reason, they do not participate in any form of political or social movement that is geared towards making the society a better one. And it's interesting that people who fought for the freedom of the world, uh, let me use the United States as an example. My country is not really an example of what would I say now? We haven't had so much from our movements and protests to really germinate something substantial. But it's interesting that we have freedom of speech that was that is brought about that the democracy that we enjoy right now, whether it's the kind of democracy we really need in Nigeria, whether we are really benefiting from that democracy, is of note to say that people fought for this freedom. We were in the military era where you can come on social media and want to talk about how dissatisfied you are with your government and all of that, you're gonna be locked up. But people moved emotion. People um, rally around this concept, this idea of democracy. That's actually a better way to go in terms of government. Nothing is really perfect. Democracy in most countries is work in progress, and but the American democracy really caught my eye, and I look at the struggle of Martin Luther King and people like Malcolm. People fought for freedom of equality. Those that were oppressed, in the 60s and 50s, 70s, you know, unequal opportunities in America. People stood up, especially for the black race that we were so marginalized. And we had the likes of Martin Luther King stage a peaceful protest, and Malcolm X would differ and would rather say that we're going to take it by force. But come to think of it, peaceful or violent, protests all around the world have yielded results. Talk about pay rise, talk about general a better society for all of us to live in. You know, protests of different kinds. But the Jehovah's Witnesses stay away. There's popular magazine back in the days where it says, "Is protest the answer?" Excuse the dog again. The dogs. Uh, so the magazine, the Awake magazine, I should think. The caption reads, "Is protest the answer?" Yeah, protest is the answer. If there hadn't been protest all along, where will America be today? Where will the world be today? The Jehovah's Witnesses benefit from social amenities and reforms in different kinds brought about by the agitation of people. You know, you want pay rise, now people would stage protest. We want something better. This is not going right for us. Protest. At the end of the day, you see, the government listen. The government yield. And you see certain reforms are being made which affects the livelihood of the Jehovah's Witnesses. And you see, when these changes that impact on them positively comes on, you see, they are the first to use these resources. They are the first to benefit. They use it to the full. They might not be the first to benefit, let me not exaggerate here, but they don't shy away from, hey, all these things I have on my table right now, people lay their lives down to have you on this rock that you are in today. Martin Luther King laid down his life to fight social injustice, to fight for the freedom of the oppressed. I have a dream. I have a dream that someday, and the day has come, we might not be there yet, but there is no doubt that the voices of our heroes past have made the world a better society. And by Jehovah's Witnesses not participating in any of these movements, other than reaping from it, they actually desecrate the graves of our heroes past. I just thought I'll let you know, if you're a Jehovah's Witness watching this video, how do you justify all of this? God's kingdom will be the, as you would say, put an end to all human suffering. But right now, there's something you can do to make the world a better place, and you stay away from it because you don't want to be part of earthly government. And the Bible says that Jesus things to Caesar and God's things to God. And the Bible also says in Acts that he actually put those people in place. So they are not replacing God's kingdom. They're just there so that we have a functioning society. Without rules, society will break down. This is what the simple logic. The dogs are really going at it. Excuse me. So without rules, without a government, without a system in place, there'll be anarchy. And it's insane for Jehovah's Witnesses to say, hey, we vote God's kingdom. We are not part of his earthly government. and you use everything to the full. It's a shame, and I want to say I'm proud of our heroes past, the likes of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the many Femi Kuti in Nigeria, the lead musician. These are people who stood up and spoke the minds of the oppressed, and we can but be proud of our heroes past. Just thought I'd drop this SJW Africa, and I'm signing out from the woods of Africa.